Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another breakdown video. And today I'm going to be coming back doing a video. I am going to hold on. My TV. Just got done watching SmackDown. So I gotta mute this. Alright, well you gotta hear the TV a little bit. And my wife might be home soon, so I gotta check. Make sure she's not gonna roll up on me. Anyways, let's talk about SmackDown, what I just watched. I just witnessed the draft, or not the draft, Superstar Shakeup. Anyways, let me kind of face this way. The Superstar Shakeup happened Monday. A lot of things happened. I didn't realize one thing. I want to point this out at the beginning of the video. I counted the women, and if I missed one, let me know in the comments down below. 11 women on SmackDown. 12 women on Monday Night Raw. Did I miss any? Let me know. Count them yourself. That's insanity. Think about that. 23 women on the main roster. And I don't think there's any, well, soon to be Selena Vega, so there'll actually be 12 on SmackDown. I just realized that because they announced that at the end of SmackDown, is that Selena Vega and Almas is coming to SmackDown, which that's a big coup. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the way SmackDown ended. Big Cass starting a feud with Daniel Bryan. Nakamura continuing his feud with AJ Styles with a little low blow. The end of SmackDown this week was brilliant. Like, SmackDown is coming back. And I almost bet you that the writers switched again. Because if you remember last year, the writers switched. You could tell because the show got worse when they did some switch-ups. And now it seems like the writers might have came back, because this was amazing. If the writers didn't switch, if they just had more toys to play with, that's amazing. I'm so excited. Joe is on SmackDown. I don't think anybody's seen that coming because of all the possibilities that could happen with Joe. But the one thing I will say is this, is that everybody's not thinking about everything is co-branded now. So titles could switch hands. And also, one of the big surprises is the Bar is going to be on SmackDown, which that kind of messes a whole bunch of things up. Like, why are they in the finals of the Raw Tag Team Championship then? If they're going to change that, I wonder if something's going to happen with that, where they're going to have maybe Authors of Pain or somebody else. I don't know how that's going to happen. I'm sure they're going to just fight and say they're going to unify the belts or something like that. I don't know. Maybe they'll talk some shit. But that means that they're not going to be on the Raw next week. The Bar, so that's going to be interesting. So yeah, a lot of talent going to SmackDown. This leads a lot to say the SmackDown needs to be 3 hours. I know a lot of people don't want that. They don't want that, and if it goes to another station, they may not give them 3 hours. But the factor of it is they got so much talent that either one, there's going to be shorter segments, and that'll help the wrestlers, and they won't have to wrestle as much. There'll be more skits, and there'll be fewer matches on the thing. And that'll be kind of better for entertainment-wise. And I think maybe it might work if they only have, one of the tag teams have a one-on-one match one week. And then the next week, whatever. And then even during that time, some of the tag teams might just get some time off. Like Usos and New Day have wrestled, like, constantly. For the longest time, give those two tag teams a break and, because they're not moving. Usos and New Day are staying on SmackDown. And they have all these other tag teams coming in. Tag team division has blown up. Now, Raw seems kind of stagnant. It took a lot away from Raw, but they gave them a lot of wrestlers. So I'm assuming that Drew McIntyre and Dolph may become a tag team. What was the other tag team we got? Gable will probably team up with Jordan once he gets back, because Gable went to Raw, which is kind of like an unknown thing. But yeah, a lot of things. The Club going to SmackDown, that's crazy. There's so many tag teams on SmackDown. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what's going to happen with that. That's just crazy. They better be started. Like I said, they need 3 hours. They really do need 3 hours for SmackDown because they have so much talent. But if they're going to go in that direction, they're either going to go one way or the other. They're going to go back to 2 hours on both shows, or they're going to go 3 hours on both shows. And the thing is, I think that if they go 3 hours on SmackDown, they're going to have to do it when they go to the other channel. It's just the only thing. Like if they do it now, they're not going to go back to 2 hours, later on. So I don't know. But great stuff happened on SmackDown though. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville going to SmackDown. That's pretty interesting. The women are pretty well split, I think, this time. A lot of people would probably be shocked that Sasha or Bayley didn't go to SmackDown, which I kind of thought one would go too. But then after I counted the women, I'm like, they're pretty even. And you got Charlotte, you got Asuka, and who's the other big name? Becky Lynch is there. And then a lot of the other women are, they could be coming up, They could have their moments and get a come up, at any time. And a lot of them are very, very talented. Of all the women, Tamina is really the only one that I couldn't see, come up. Maybe Billie Kay, not so much either. She's probably on the downer spectrum. Of course, Lana's there too, and Selena Vega. They're probably not going to be a part, really. Those two are probably not going to be a part of really wrestling that much anyway. They're kind of like every once in a while when they need them to wrestle. But yeah, Naomi and Becky seem to be kind of in limbo right now, where they're not really doing anything. They're just kind of being out there for Charlotte's help. But I think it'll get better. We also heard Sanity is coming to SmackDown. Holy crap, that's crazy. Nikki Cross not coming yet. I do think she will come at some point, very, very soon. They don't need her though right now. That's the only thing. But who knows? I think she's dating, or is it Sarah Logan? I get confused with who's dating War Machine and who's dating Killian Dane. So I'm confused with that. I thought Nikki Cross was dating Killian Dane. And I think Sarah Logan is dating one of War Machine, or is married to him, or whatever. So I'm kind of confused that one or the other should be on the main roster soon. So I don't know. Kind of weird that they broke them all up. Why would you do that? Kind of weird. But yeah, I don't know what Nikki Cross is going to do now. That's kind of interesting that Nikki Cross didn't get brought up. The only thing I could say is maybe that they may bring her up at a certain point, within the year. Maybe SummerSlam or something like that. They'll do something where she'll be a reason. Maybe they win the tag belts and they'll do the Freebird rule. And, when she helps them win the tag belts or something like that. I can see that happening. Because Eric Young, Killian Dane, and Alexander Wolf all got called up. That's really cool. I'm interested in that. That's awesome. It clears up a lot of space in NXT. And it's not that it clears up a lot of space. It clears up for the wrestlers to kind of not be so jumbled around. Now it's going to be pretty clear cut who's on the NXT roster now. So, unless there's more people that are going to get put on the TV. Oh, which will probably happen. Besides that, Raw was really good too. Because we got to see, Drew McIntyre debut. That was really interesting. The things that kind of shocked me with Raw is that we kind of got to wait and see how everything plays out. Baron Corbin wasn't on there. It was just a thing showing that he was going to be there. We haven't really seen Ember Moon do anything yet, storyline-wise. And Ronda Rousey starting her kind of journey into the women's division, so that's kind of interesting. Natalya turned babyface, not interested in that at all. Not happy about that. Bobby Roode went to Raw. I don't know how good that's going to be. He needs to be heel, I think. It's just tiresome seeing his babyface. I don't think it's going to work. Oh. Jinder Mahal on Raw. Some people may not be excited for that. I'm excited for it. I think he's going to bring something to Raw that, it's going to bring something, I think. I'm trying to think who else debuted on Raw. Authors of Pain are there. Still excited to see what they're going to do with them on Raw. This year is going to be good. And, like people, like I've always said, after WrestleMania, it's kind of like the reset button on what's going to happen for WWE. And this year, it seems like the landscape is going to change, especially with Joe on SmackDown and a lot of the big guys. And some of the wrestlers kind of spread out entertainment-wise and wrestling-wise on Raw as well. So I think that's going to be interesting to see. But it's so packed now. If you sit back and think about it, all the wrestlers that are on the main roster, it's kind of crazy. that all these wrestlers are on the main roster now, it's hard to root for your favorite wrestler and want them to be the world champion because there is so much talent now. I mean, Finn Balor, Seth Rollins on Raw, Bobby Roode now, Bobby Lashley is now on Raw. Didn't get moved, so Bobby Lashley is there now. Dolph Ziggler's on Raw now. Drew McIntyre, Braun is still there. There's so many people. And then you go to SmackDown now, and now you're going to have Sheamus and Cesaro. You're going to have Samoa Joe. You're going to have Big Cass. You're going to have AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, Shinsuke Nakamura. I mean, you got tons of talent packed onto the roster. At least 10 main eventers on each brand that could legitimately hold the world championship. 10 or more. And most of it, more. Almost every single superstar on the main roster now could almost be considered as the world champion. That is incredibly insane. Like, minus about 7 or 8 people on each roster, everyone else could pretty much be world champion. Everybody be like, yeah, I'll accept that. I mean, legitimately, think about it. Think about that for a moment. Just name off all the names in your name. Jinder Mahal, he's been world champion. He could be universal champion. Bobby Roode, been an NXT champion. He could be world champion. Braun, hell yeah, he could be champion. Roman, yeah. Seth, yeah. Dean, yes. Yeah, Dean wasn't even mentioned, so I guess he stays on Raw. Unless when they come back, comes back, he'll debut back on SmackDown. There's so many people. Dolph, he could be champion. Drew McIntyre, he could be champion. Like, you just keep naming off all the guys, and you'd be like, yeah, he could be champion. Everybody on the main roster almost could be champion. There's only a few, like Mojo Rawley. Well, maybe. R-Truth. Maybe. They book him right, but they're not going to book him right. It's crazy. It's crazy what could happen. But yeah, Superstar Shakeup was really good this year. I think it really shocked people. I think they're starting to learn that they need to start shaking things up. They need to start making things interesting. And I really do think that if they keep it this way, where every time that we think if they keep things like, this is the thing they need to do. When they get predictable and they know that if we book it in this direction, they're going to think this is going to happen. And then completely going in the other direction. A good example is maybe have AOP, facing, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. And you think AOP is going to go over on Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy, but no, they don't. They get beat. And the next tag team comes up is Breezango. They challenge them. Breezango wins the tag straps. Nobody would expect that to happen. You need to book it. You need to book stuff like that. I think it'd be believable if Breezango was world champions or tag champions. I think they're going to be called the Fashion Police now. They call them Breezango and they call them the Fashion Police. They need to pick a damn name. I think Fashion Police would be fine. No, Breezango's kind of weird. Like, I always forget that's what their tag team name is. And, yeah, it's just weird. What else we're going to talk about? Been trying to catch NXT a lot. NXT was really good after WrestleMania. I'm going to do my results for that and do my review for that coming up soon. I'm sure I probably missed all the buzz and hubbub, and people probably aren't going to go back and watch that review too much, but I'm going to put it up anyway. So if you want to hear my thoughts on that, make sure to check out those reviews when they come up. I do a lot of vlog stuff on my main channel, Brad Tragic. This is my wrestling channel for the most part. That's all I talk about here. So I did kind of want to drop a little bit of a nugget right here at the end, and to say that my wife is pregnant currently. Videos will definitely. I did talk about putting more videos on this channel. It might get a little stopped for a little bit because of that, but the videos will come back. They will definitely come back. Probably be in my car a lot more and get uploaded when I get home from work and stuff like that. That'll be how it'll probably go down. So we'll see how it goes. I guess gotta find a place where I go and record before I come home, and we'll be good. Find a parking lot, record, and come home. That's basically what I'm going to be doing from now on. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video and my little talk about Raw and SmackDown. But I'm excited. I don't know what's going to happen, but SmackDown beat Raw this week. Let me tell you that, because it was an incredible thing. Raw was okay, but they got a lot of weird call-ups. They got, Chad Gable. Baron Corbin, I'm excited for. Rude, not so much. Dolph Ziggler, not so much. Drew, yeah. Who's the other one? Breezango, I'm pretty excited for Breezango. See what they do with them. Pretty excited for Breezango. That's pretty neat. Who's the other ones? Jeff Hardy left. That was kind of weird. He's on SmackDown now. I don't know how I have to feel about that. I don't know how I feel about Jeff Hardy. I could have done without that, to be completely honest. I'm not a huge Jeff Hardy fan. I used to be a big Jeff Hardy fan, the Hardy Boys fans. And I like him, but it's not the same. I think the nostalgia wore off for me really quick after they lost the tag belts. It was pretty much over. So I don't think I really feel much nostalgia for it. I mean, he's entertaining, but he's never going to be that 5-star wrestler, Shelton Benjamin single, though, I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see what he's going to do with that, so I'm excited for that. So, yeah, I'm super excited to see what's going to happen with that. Almas, Andrade Cien Almas on SmackDown. I'm super excited for that. Super excited to see what happens with that. Super excited to see what Drew and Dolph is going to do on Raw. That's pretty exciting. Who else debuted on Raw? I'm trying to think of who else. There's a lot of weird people debuted on Raw. Wasn't nobody major, I don't think. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, but they've been there before. It literally feels like they didn't do hardly anything on SmackDown until right before WrestleMania, and then that's when 3 months prior to WrestleMania, it seems like since Hell in a Cell is when they got all their stuff. And then now they're back on Raw. So it's it feels like they did absolutely nothing. Owens, I don't even remember him and AJ having that feud. But they did. I know they did. I remember it. But it didn't seem to leave a good memory. So to me, it's like they never left. It's just like they got injured and came back to Raw. It just really feels like that. Kind of feel bad for Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas. Hopefully they'll get something. Maybe they'll put them as a tag team. Maybe they'll start doing a tag team with them. Who knows? And it seems like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn might be a tag team. So we'll see what goes on with that one. I don't know. Maybe they'll see where everything goes and put them as a tag team for now. Oh. The only thing I can think of is this Monday, if they do the bar. That's all I'm wondering about the bar. They're in the tag team finals of that championship thing, and they won their tag belts back. But now they're going to SmackDown, so what does that mean? Does that mean that they're going to have a match to replace them at the finals of the Raw tag team thing? That would be interesting if they did that. Because I think that was supposed to be a Backlash, I think, or was that the Greatest Royal Rumble? I think it's at the Greatest Royal Rumble. They were going to have the winner of that, or them wrestle. So maybe they'll still have it. Who knows? Maybe they'll say some bullcrap where if Bar wins, they'll be back on Raw or something. I have no idea. I don't know. Actually, it'd be really funny is if they do say that and the Bar wins the titles when people expect Bray and Matt to win the titles. They like to swerve us lately, so I wouldn't be surprised at all if they do that. But yeah, like I said, They shocked us. They got us good this year. They got some good ones on us. I don't think no one expected Joe to go to SmackDown. No one. It's because of what they're doing. They're booking him and Roman like they're having a feud. And I'm roo, roo. And everybody's like, no, he ain't going. Nope, he ain't leaving. Gone. What the hell? And Finn and Seth are still on freaking Raw. Man, Jesus, man. Crazy. Sasha Bailey. People are going to be shocked about that. They didn't leave. But then again, like I said, 12 and 12. It's 12 on SmackDown, 12 on Raw. Do your math. I counted them all. That's insanity. 24 women on the main roster. I don't remember there ever being 24 women on the main roster. Has there ever been 24 women on the main roster? Or if anybody can answer that, leave comments down below. That's a lot of women. That is a lot of women. And that's, even if they counted valets at one point, even back in the day, there would be probably only 10 women. If that, counting valets. Because you'd have Sapphire, Miss Elizabeth. Who else? One of the girls would be back in the day. Sapphire, Miss Elizabeth, Scary Sherry, or Sensational Sherry, or whatever her name is. That's three. You have women's champ, like maybe Alundra Blaze. You know, there wouldn't be like very much. Like they used to only keep, well, you know, five women or so under contract, like a long time ago. Even during the Attitude Era, I think they only had like 10 to 12 women. They didn't have very many women in the Attitude Era. And even like 5 years after that, I think they started to have quite a few. I think they started to have like 15. But now it's like, I think the most they've ever had on the main roster. And we're not even done yet. Next year, it's going to be insane. Like, they're literally going to have as many men on the main roster as they do women. I don't know. It's insanity. It's very, very insanity. Speaking of insanity, another thing I'm excited for on SmackDown. Anyways, there you go. Let me know what you are excited about this year. What matches you could see on Raw and SmackDown, because I'm super hyped to see Almas take on anybody on SmackDown. And Rusev didn't go anywhere. Kind of disappointed in that. He should have went to Raw. And who are you disappointed with the move? Probably Dolph Ziggler, because you're always disappointed in Dolph Ziggler. Maybe Drew will help him. I don't know. Something needs to happen. Maybe they're like, let's try this. We haven't tried this yet to try and get Dolph over. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. I'll catch you guys later. Keep rocking and keep on watching wrestling.